Greetings. I'm Kathy Green with Christian News and Interviews. And today I'm going to read just part of a short article called "A GOP Donor Gave $2.5 million for a Voter Fraud Investigation. Now he wants his money back." Like many Trump supporters, conservative donor Fred Eshelman awoke the day after the presidential election with the suspicion that something wasn't right. His candidate's apparent lead in key battleground states had evaporated overnight. The next day, the North Carolina financier and his advisors reached out to a small, conservative nonprofit group in Texas that was seeking to expose voter fraud. After a 20-minute talk with the group's president, their first ever conversation, Eshelman was sold. "I'm for two," he told president of True the Vote. And then I'm going to skip down a little bit. She inquired as to whether or not he's talking about $200,000, and he affirmed that he was actually talking about $2 million. So he gave these people $2 million. Why? Because he was convinced that Donald Trump had been cheated out of the vote. So I guess when you're rich, you can write a $2 million check just as easily as you can write a $200,000 check or a $2 check. So he wrote his check. But in addition to that, he also gave these people $500,000. So he wrote the check for $2 million, and then he turned around and wrote them another check for $500,000 because he believed in them and he thought that they were investigating this so-called voter fraud. Well, as it turns out, he became suspicious when he realized that his money was not going where he thought it should have gone. He realized that his money was, or he believes that his money was going to the person who started this, the president of the company, whose name is Catherine Engelbrecht. And so to make a long story short, he filed 2 lawsuits. He dropped one of them. He wants his money back. Well, I have news for him and his ilk. Fred Eshelman, I have bad news for you. When you get into a pig pen with a pig, expect to walk out of that pig pen filthy. You got into the pig pen with some pigs. They took your $2 million. They took your extra $500,000. They're going on vacations with your money. They're paying their bills with your money, whatever. But you will never see that money again. You may as well write it off. The same way you sat down and wrote that $2 million check and came back and wrote $500,000 more. You may as well just kiss that money goodbye because you will never see it again. Lesson learned. Stay out of the pig pen.